All right, welcome back. I think I'm gonna eat today or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. I'm gonna take this water neck off, and right there, and I will silicone that up, RTV it. But I think here in a few seconds, I'm just gonna grab some wrenches and start at the back, and I'm gonna go underneath, and I'm gonna start checking all the bolts, things like that. And then I'll work the side, and then I guess I'll work the top. Been messing with the Subaru, vacuumed out the floors, was putting seat covers in, and the seat covers these days are horrible. Companies just don't make anything that's worth anything. Everything is just complete trash. There's no pride in anything in America these days. Hopefully it'll come back soon, and we'll start getting some better products. Companies will have a little more pride, and then people that are working will have a little more pride. Wishful thinking. But yeah, so I'm gonna get the creeper out. I'm gonna go underneath the car and just start checking nuts and bolts and things. My door's dented in, I ain't even raced yet. I must have leaned against it. Oh, excuse me. So I got a lot of dust and stuff on this thing. I'll have to wash it. I spilled hot chocolate on the back end up here on the back deck. I don't know if y'all can catch that, but I'll wash it before we go to the track, obviously, and then we'll go out. The motor seems to be running okay. Transmission was doing good, as I stated before. Temperature and all the gauges are looking pretty good. I'm going to move the mount for the Insta360. I don't like where it's at. It's too hard to get to. I have it, I don't know if I can show y'all, but I have it right there. And leaning that far and getting everything hooked up and then having to tilt it, it's hard. It's a stretch. And then on top of that, I can't tell if it's on or not. And being a one-person show and trying to do it, it's just going to be hard. So I'm going to look for a new spot here. I may set it up right here behind my head, or like right there, and just hang it. When I get in, I can hook it and put it. I gotta pop that door out. It's pushed in right there, that's all. But yeah, I'm gonna move it. I thought about moving it up here, but the track that I'm on seems to be very dry, and it seems to throw up a lot of rocks, pebbles and stuff like that, pretty decent sized rocks. So I don't want it any closer than I have to the front. I'm kind of hoping that, you know, by the time it gets to the camera, it's already hit something and kind of deflected and not going to tear up my camera. So we'll just have to see. But I'm gonna get down here and start checking some stuff. I have no oil on my master cylinder, so I didn't have to buy that. I don't know if it's just normal for the Wilwood in the house to have a soft pedal, and you have to pump it once or twice and then the pedal. So I guess I'm gonna have to stay aware of that, and going down the straightaway I'm gonna have to push in on it once or twice, which I just feel like it's just gonna kill me. So I don't like having to do that, but I guess I'll get used to it and figure out the car. But Yeah, car's dirty. But we'll see. It's running. It's going in gear and it's driving. So I should be able to make it opening day, April 26th, and actually get the race. At least get on the track for once. 99% of the time, honestly, I do not. When I did race 20 years ago, I never ran hot laps. The tracks that I run in Texas and Louisiana, they spent all week working on, and then they were nice and moist. They were very wet in the heat races. So, because we ran heats, and then we ran features. We didn't run all this A main, B main stuff. So, a lot of people would just basically spin out or tear their stuff up during hot laps. And then the heat race, I would go out and run the heat race. And really the heat race was just for starting position for the feature. We averaged about 20 cars a night, and so they just started all 20 cars in my class every weekend. And just like modifieds and the late models, them guys could have 40 cars. The track didn't care. They was going to start them all and give the fans a show. And they were quarter-mile tracks or 3/8. I think they were 3/8 mile tracks. Nope, they were quarter. Yeah, quarter mile tracks. So anyway, yeah, I never ran hot laps. I didn't want to tear up my car, and I used the heat to figure out what the car was doing to run the feature. Now, this car has more horsepower. At least it felt like it out there test driving it. It seems like it. It's the same motor that I ran 20 years ago, except for camshaft and a new set of roller rockers. But I ran roller tip back in the day. But I think it's got more horsepower. It sounds like it. It's got a way bigger carburetor. So I ran a 2-barrel back in the day, the Holley 4412 500 CFM. So great carburetor, but I still have it. It's on my shelf. I've got to fix some stripped out threads and put it back together. But yeah, I think we're going to be decent. Hopefully we can start the year off getting a few top 10s, and then learn the track, learn how to drive again, and get used to the car, figure out shocks and suspension and all that stuff. Get tire inflation and all that, because they run way more, run damn near double tire inflation that I've ever run. I'm used to running 5 to maybe 8 pounds. They're running 15, 18, 20 pounds out there. So I was like, well, what the hell? But and this track will be a lot rougher than what I'm used to. I'm used to tracks that are pretty well prepared. You hardly ever had a track come apart. Yeah, so I just wanted to bring you up to speed, and I'll grab some wrenches. I'll take you under the car real quick with me for a few minutes, and then I'll put you on pause, and then I'll do a few other things and bring you back, let you know what I found underneath, if anything, and we'll go from there. But I think I got just about everything that I need sitting here on my workbench, my welding table, when I actually should have, oh, I bet you I need that. That's my 1/2 inch. So let me find a couple more wrenches, and I'm gonna get a crescent wrench. Crescent wrench. How to crescent. I'm gonna get the big boy. But yeah, it's, I don't think I have anything bigger than 7/8. So yeah, in about an hour, a little under an hour, I can go get my part for the Subaru. So we'll stop on the race car and we'll go get that, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, we'll bring y'all down, bring you under the car. I'll set you right there. This is our tow chain. People probably don't ever think about it or talk about telling y'all about this kind of stuff. You know, it's obvious if you watch racing that you see it on there, but I'm just going to check the bolt that's got it together, make sure it doesn't come off. I got a bolt on my back fender here. Ooh. 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch. It's on my back bumper. I had to use a bolt to pinch that together. This is welded. That's welded. A weight. I got a weight right there, right up there. That weight was already on the car when I bought it, and I didn't see any purpose in taking it off. At the end of it, I need a weight anyway, so man, size of that. It might be that one, but yep. Yeah, ooh. I gotta use open end on this side because the person that had the car before me had the back is smashed in. The back bumper bracing. Doesn't hurt nothing though. Does not hurt anything. Check my fuel connections at the tank. I'm gonna actually get a shut off and on valve back here. I just think it'll be smart. I didn't bring an Allen wrench. I'll have to bring an Allen wrench under here in a little while to, no I don't, no, yes I do. I gotta bring an Allen wrench under here so that I can check my bracing for my weights. I got weight here, there, up there, and over there. I weight everywhere. That's what I was told to put it. I had a guy that was introduced through Dan Wallace Racing. Oh, 7/16. That's one wrench I don't have. Ill prepared. But anyway, yeah, a guy named Jacob, and he I didn't expect that to turn. He's scaled my car for me. He'd been running out there forever, and Dan was going to do it for me, but Dan got super busy with his business and some other stuff, and he called Jacob, asked Jacob to take care of me, and Jacob did exactly that. He scaled it. He even let me borrow one of his tires because I didn't have the right offset yet. It hadn't come in. And he took a tire off of his car, put it on mine, and scaled it for me. And you just can't find people outside of racing these days that do that kind of stuff. It's just one of those things that you love about racers. Is 9 times out of 10 they will help you. So unless you make them mad and wreck them all the time, I guess. And I still find a lot of them that'll help each other, even when they're mad at each other for wrecking each other. At the end of the day, nobody wants to wreck somebody on purpose. So I did kind of expect that to turn. I didn't put it on super tight. Yeah, I think that's tight enough. But that's on. That is on. But yeah, it's, you just can't get any better, man. I guess I do have parts on there a lot bigger than 7/8. That's why you bring crescent wrenches. Say what you want. Crescent wrench isn't the right tool, blah blah. Still gets it good and tight. Yep. I don't think y'all could hear the radio today, but if you could, then I don't have the rights. I'm not getting the rights until I'm told I have to. I'll end up doing this again before I ever hit the track. I'm just doing it right now just to go through it while I have a little bit of time. I don't know if I'm going to be going to my mother-in-law's or not in the next week or so, and if I do, we'll be gone for about a week, and that'll put me into crunch time, in my opinion. All right. Ow. And so I just want to get this kind of stuff done, like right now. I'll come back through and do the wheels later. But I don't think this is any different than what anybody else does on their cars on a weekly basis. I mean, I know back in the day I used to do this every week. I had a checklist that I went through before the races. Usually I did all my stuff during the week, and then Thursday I would go through it, and if I raced Friday, I would at least I knew it was ready, and then I'd get home and wash the car Saturday morning, and I would check everything again. And rinse and repeat every week. I could so sit up and make this a lot easier. I busted up my wrist the other day on one of the videos I was telling you that I was making, but for some reason it's all slow motion. So I'm not sure what happened with that, but I think that'll be good, because I can go more. I can tighten it down more. I should just put backup nuts on these things and lock them down against each other. I don't know. Damn it. That's pretty snug. That's pretty snuggaluffus. But we got a whole stack of wrenches. I should just get a little cart, put all my stuff on it, and wheel it around with me, but I don't. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Alright, let's do this shock. I don't be giving away my secrets of my shocks, you know, because it's something like high speed, like Mario Andretti over here. Gotta keep my secrets. My little race car compared to them boys that are running. Wrong way, dummy. Alright, alright, alright. That's not bad, that's not bad. Tight, 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 tight. I will end up making a long list of this stuff, but right now I don't have the list. I kind of have a list, but I don't. But mostly because I haven't ran this car yet, so anything and everything I put my eyes on or hands on, it's going to end up getting touched. I'll do the brake calipers in a little while. I'm going to take the tire off, each one, and check everything. Make sure I don't have play in the axles, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So the weights are checked. I just want to check the Allen heads that hold the clamps together, that hold the bar mounts, that hold the weights to the bars. I got all kind of mud under here from my yard. So yeah, that's all that. I see a lot of people put their what do you call that thing? I don't remember. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But anyway, the tracker goes right there too, so they keep track of where you're at on the track as far as position and stuff like that. And I see everybody's putting them on the axles right here. And I don't really understand why, because I would think that you would want it towards the front of the car or up a little bit so it doesn't get hit with something. But my understanding is that it has to have clean line of sight to the ground so that the transponder, that's what it is, so that the transponder communicates with the fiber optics or whatever that's in the ground. So you can't have a bunch of stuff in the way. But I just don't understand why it wouldn't be towards the front or like the back here, where at least the axle housing can protect it. But that's where they put it. Almost every car I saw out there had it right there, so that's where I put mine. They didn't tell me, but that's what I did. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do for the next 30 minutes or so. I'm just going to continue going through. So I'll cut out here and I'll bring you back when I'm closer to being done or when I'm done and talk to y'all for a minute, and then I'm going to go get parts for the Subaru, fix it so I can get it out of my garage, because I got to get this car on the trailer.
Hello?
Yeah.
Your taco meat's done, so whenever you want to come in, just holler at me. I'll go up the tortillas.
Okay. Cool. My food is done for dinner. Dinner. Winter chicken dinner. But anyway, yeah, I'll bring y'all back. But I gotta get that Subaru out. I gotta get this race car on the trailer so that I can verify my tie down mounts and weld them in. So I'll see y'all later.